Leave meeting.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining. We are going to get started in just a few minutes. Ooh, lots of names I recognize. It's exciting. Jake, I'm going to share my screen. Tell me if you don't see it now. Do you see the Adair page with the floor plan?
I see it.
Beautiful. Okay, we got everything we need. We have a lot of attendees. That's really exciting. For those of you that are just logging in, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to give it maybe 1.5 more minutes before we get started. Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a pretty good audience today. So we're going to go through, we're excited to show this house off to you. Just wanted to remind you before we get started that if you have questions as we're talking, to please use that Q&A function. We'll be monitoring that and trying to keep up with the questions as we go. So again, the Q&A function, there's also a chat function, but that one's a little harder to monitor. So make sure and use the Q&A. But without further ado, I am Katie. I am a home ownership counselor at Adair's Cresswell, Oregon office. My co-host today is Jake. He's in the same office. My allergies are nuts today, so Jake knows that if I start having a sneezing fit, he's just going to tag in and take over. He's ready to go. Otherwise, he's going to be monitoring those questions, and we'll take periodic question breaks as we go. So any questions you think of as I'm talking, please put them in that Q&A function and we'll try to stay on top of them. But okay, so the house that we're showing you today is Adair's Ashland Plan. This is a picture of the front of it. So this is our standard Ashland. This is the Traditions elevation. And when we say elevation, we're just talking about the exterior look, the aesthetic. So there's a handful, if you've looked at our website, you'll see with each plan, there's a handful of pre-packaged elevations. You can modify them, of course, but the house we're showing you today is the standard Traditions elevation. So what you should know about the outside of our houses is that they are all fiber cement siding and trim all the way around. So it's a James Hardie siding and trim. We've got the 50-year shingle on the roof and the lifetime vinyl windows. I want to show you how the standard layout of this plan looks before I show you what this family whose house I'm showing today, before I show you their plan, so you can see how this looked versus how they made it look. So we have first level, standard 2-car garage with a little shop area here. You come in your front door, you've got your utility room with the pass-through straight into the garage. We've got our French doors into our den off to the other side of the foyer. And then just this nice big open living space. So dining, great room, kitchen, all very open concept. Big island in the middle. Primary suite is downstairs. So we've got the primary bedroom, primary bath, walk-in closet. Half bath is downstairs, and then all the rest of the bedrooms are upstairs. Let's look at level 2. So this plan has a dual master suite as a standard, or a dual primary suite. So right above the primary suite on level 1 is the second primary suite, and it's just a mirror image of what's below it. But you'll come up your stairs. You've got this nice big bonus room, 3 bedrooms upstairs, nice size bathroom, and then the second primary suite, I'm sorry. Okay, now let's see what the house we're showing you today. Let's look at their floor plan. So we've got pretty standard, but they added a whole, they call it an office and a bathroom down here off to the side of the den. So this is probably the biggest change that they made to this plan. Otherwise, their changes are just kind of small, but I'll point them all out. So we've got our standard kitchen, half bath, entry. They changed the carpet line in the great room. So they wanted to be able to come in through the entry and just have a straight pass through without touching the carpet. They changed the window configuration on this whole back wall in this space, and you'll see why when we get into the video. And then they added our pantry option. So that option kind of pushes this walk-in closet down just a little bit and allows space for this walk-in pantry right off the kitchen. Upstairs, nothing major up here. Actually, I don't know if we have any structural changes upstairs. Nope, pretty standard. Any questions, Jake? How we doing?
No, we're good. No questions yet.
We're good. Okay, let's get into the video. So the video goes a little quick. I'll just pause periodically, make sure we can take it all in. But starting with the front of this house. So we've got, with this Traditions elevation that they picked, we've got the lap siding all around the bottom part of the home. We've got batten board up in the gables, the smooth belly band kind of separating the 2 sidings, window trim. Since this house was ordered, we've now kind of updated or upgraded the Traditions elevation to include window trim all the way around the house for all windows. At the time, I think it was just the windows on the front of the house. But this is a standard Tradition style garage door, standard Tradition style front door. So this all comes with that exterior package that they picked. Where I should have prefaced this video by saying we had a super tight timeline to get this video done. So it was like a Wednesday night, the cleaners were there, the videographer was there, and then the next day the carpet guy was coming to finish the carpet, hang the doors, and then they were moving in. So you'll see that there's some finished carpentry work not done yet, and then the carpet's not done yet. But this was unfortunately the only time we could get in there, and we really wanted to get pictures of this house. So we're going straight through that utility room into the garage.
I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
On the plan, I'm interested in there are items marked as options such as dining room window and a human garage door to the outside. Can I get the cost for these in step 1? So there's a figure that can be, so I can have a realistically present to the bank. So a little hard, not exactly. Can I get costs for these in step 1? So there's a figure.
Yes, the answer is yes. You can call if you have a homeownership counselor you're working with. Just let them know kind of the updates or upgrades that you're intending to do. That way you can have more of a realistic or more exact number to give to the bank for the house. Yeah.
And then also a question, is there a shelf over the washer dryer standard? I think there is a shelf standard, but you can also add cabinets as an upgrade over that as well.
Yeah, there's that 5-foot wooden shelf standard. Yep.
And that's all the questions we have so far.
Okay, so we've got into their garage. So they went ahead and finished and insulated this garage, which now our standard is, of course, to drywall and fire tape the entire garage. You can choose to add insulation in here if you'd like. They also went with an upgraded insulated door. I think the plan is to use this as kind of a weight room. So, and then typically there's not windows on this side of the garage. So these windows are things that the homeowners called out that they wanted to add. We've got, I don't know if you're going to see it, but off here in the right-hand corner of the screen, we'll just let this play, is the heat pump style water heater. As a standard, we do a 50-gallon in there. These guys went ahead and did a 75-gallon because it's quite a bit bigger house. And then we have this utility room. Sorry, this is a terrible view, but I wanted to show that this utility room comes with good storage. So there's that standard shelf we were talking about that goes over the washer dryer connections. We've got this closet here for storage. And then we've got opposite wall. Oh, didn't go where I wanted. There's another 4-shelf linen closet built in. And then there's options, of course, to add cabinetry in there, add a utility sink, add countertop space. It's a nice big utility room.
Hey, Katie.
Yeah.
I have a question. It's true that James Hardie has discontinued their trim products, and I know that is true. They're still doing the siding, but not the trim. And they're asking what will Adair use for the exterior trim in the future? And I think we were talking about wood product, but I'm not exactly sure.
We're looking for a similar replacement. I don't know that we've made a decision yet. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Some type of like product. But yeah, that's interesting that's yeah, James Hardie did discontinue their siding. Or I'm sorry, just their trim.
Yeah.
We're still trying to identify exactly what we're going to replace it with. Okay, so into this den, I love that it has French doors. So nice big opening into this den, nice big window in this little niche space. And then this is an option that they added here. So we've got the understair storage option. And they, of course, you'll see this throughout the entire house. They did this architectural style trim. It's beautiful. And then when they added this understair storage option, they went ahead and added their upgraded carpet in here. It comes with the light. So just a nice big storage space with a cut down door. She's a musician, so I think the plan is to store instruments in here when they're not in use. And then this is, if you remember on the plans, the room that they added to the plans. So the point of this room, or I think the point of really the whole house, is that they have a large family. They have 5 kids, and they want their kids to come and stay and be comfortable. So they had a daughter specifically in mind for this room. She has dogs, and so they wanted her to have a little area where she could turn her dogs out and then stay comfortably while she's there. That's just all hers. So we've got this nice big bedroom or guest room or office. It's got its own little ensuite bathroom. We have just a single sink vanity in here, laminate countertops. So these are our standard countertops. Our standard backsplash comes in, it's a subway tile. It comes in either this bone color or a white color. And then this is a shaker style beach cabinetry, which they also did. So this is an entirely standard bathroom. We have just a preformed fiberglass tub shower combo insert. And then they didn't really give you a good shot of the floor, but that's actually a sheet vinyl. It's kind of a wood plank looking sheet vinyl, and it looks really good in here. And then this is something that the homeowners did themselves. So we put a little deck ledger under this door, and then they added this Trex decking and this iron rail. And then they're fencing it so their daughter's dogs can also come and stay comfortably when they visit or when they stay. Okay, so going out of the den back to the hallway. So this is our standard coat closet. Take a look at this beautiful architectural trim, nice tall baseboards. This is that same sheet vinyl floor, so just a wood looking sheet vinyl. And then this is a good angle of the modifications they did to their carpet line. So you can see usually the carpet will kind of come here and square off. And they did this nice angled line so that you can pass right through to this door out to the back and never touch the carpet. Standard little half bath here under the stairs. So we've got a pedestal sink and a toilet in there.
Katie, are these 9-foot ceilings or just the 8-foot?
These are 8-foot ceilings. Yeah, good question. These are 8-foot, standard 8-foot ceilings. Let's let this turn just a little bit. But one thing we really tried to maximize on when we're designing this house is their views out the back of the home are incredible. So they took the standard on this wall. There's a couple of big windows right here as a standard, and then there's a 6-foot sliding glass door. They replaced it with these 2 atrium doors and then these 3 fixed panel windows. So they just have maximum viewing straight out the back to the lake below. Okay, this is a good shot of the kitchen. So we've got our standard island here. There's some area for chairs. They did the gourmet kitchen option. So as a standard, Our plans are going to come with some appliances. They're stainless steel, Whirlpool brand. We do, as a standard, we would have done a glass top electric range right here, a microwave hood, and then the dishwasher next to the sink. So the upgrade that these guys did is what we call the gourmet kitchen. So we have our 36-inch under cabinet hood, 36-inch gas range top, wall oven underneath, second wall oven, and then not quite installed yet is the built-in microwave that's going to go here. There's a good shot of it. These are laminate countertops, subway tile backsplash. So all standard in this kitchen with the exception of that appliance upgrade. Lots of outlets in here. This is actually a propane range top. So they don't have natural gas accessibility, but they're a little bit off the grid. So their thought was adding an alternate fuel source is not a bad idea. So you'll see we've got propane for the range top. They also did a propane furnace. So Adair is going to include in the base price. This is a pantry. Typically an electric furnace and a heat pump. These guys went ahead and did the propane furnace and the AC unit, also included in the base price. This is that primary bathroom. So we have a nice big dual sink vanity, standard vinyl floors, that beautiful tall trim package. Their baseboards are 5 1/4, I think is the height of that. They went ahead and I'm going to back up just a tiny bit. So usually we would have the standard fiberglass tub shower combo in this space. They went ahead and did a freestanding tub and a walk-in shower rather than the tub shower combo. And then here is their walk-in closet. Nice big walk-in closet, which the size of this closet doesn't change if you decide to add the pantry option. It just moves it down a little bit. And then their primary suite with their big window, that beautiful architectural trim looking out. Carpet in the process of being installed. They painted themselves too, I should point out. So they did a great job painting. But okay, so usually this would be a half wall, a drywall, half wall with a wood cap. They wanted to kind of open the space up into the great room, even make it have a little bit more flow, make it seem maybe a little bit bigger. So they did this open rail option. We're going right up the stairs into this, like the little landing heads out to the bonus room right here is what you're seeing. Nice big bonus room, 2 big windows, carpet in process. And then this is the first bedroom upstairs. So just a simple, straightforward, nice sized bedroom with a window, 6-foot closet with bypass doors right behind it.
Casey has a question. Does the added pantry take square foot away from the master? I think it does. I think it shifts it down into the master space.
It does. It takes a little bit of master space, and then it also takes a little bit of garage space or a little bit of shop space. There's that open rail looking down. So here, this will eventually be enclosed. The doors are all in this bathroom. You'll see them in a minute, not yet installed, but this is their furnace closet. So they've got their propane furnace up here. This is the shared bathroom for all of these 3 bedrooms. Fiberglass tub shower combo. There's room for 2 sinks on this vanity. They did 1, but you could have another. And then this is a standard sheet vinyl in here. This is an upgraded carpet they selected that's being installed. This bedroom about the same size as the front bedroom, but this one comes with a walk-in closet. So it's a little tiny bit different layout. Nice size, big walk-in closet. Shelf and pull all the way around. And then straight down to the next bedroom. So this hallway is going straight to that secondary master suite, which is right on top of that main primary suite. Third upstairs bedroom, a little bit deeper than normal closet up here, 6 foot wide with bypass doors. And then we just have, this room is almost exactly like the room directly below it, but oh, we'll see the closet in a minute. I'll give you a better picture of the closet. So they've got the same, almost, you probably think you've already seen this. So the double sink vanity. They didn't do the tub and shower upstairs. They just did a tub shower combo and then left the tub space open for a vanity or what have you. But across the hallway, check this out. So because they did the walk-in pantry option downstairs, the closet above now mirrors the pantry plus the walk-in closet from downstairs. So this closet is quite a bit bigger than the one downstairs. Carpet's on its way. And then we have this dual primary suite, just a nice big room, carpet in progress. The trim, I can't get over the trim that they selected. It looks so good with their paint and all their other options. And then here is the rear elevation of this house. So what we did here, where they attached this deck, they did the deck themselves. So nice Trex deck with iron railing. We did just the ledger board on the side of the house, so they're able to come right in here and attach it. I believe we extended the ledger all the way down. So they could have even made this bigger, or they can make it bigger if they like. But here's where you're seeing those two matching primary suites, one on top of the other, and then the two atrium doors into their great room.
Question here.
Yeah.
Can crown molding be added in the same trim style?
So as far as I know, or last I checked, we don't do crown molding. I don't know exactly the reasoning for it. We do the layer of crown molding above the cabinets as a standard, but you'll have to check with your location's Adair office to see if their office can do crown molding. It could just be that maybe Creswell doesn't have a subcontractor for it. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to let this video play again while we check out these questions.
What is used for the transition from the carpet to the vinyl in the living room?
So there would just be a transition strip depending on the floor. It would match one floor or the other. It would match, in this case, their vinyl floor. I'm just checking out the questions that we've answered so far.
And somebody wants to know the final cost for this great house.
So I think I say this every time, but these prices are specific to our location and they're a year old. But what I can tell you is that these customers added, about 60,000 in upgrades. So that's including that structural, that room, the addition. So they ended right about 325 for this house plus upgrades. Good questions. I always like to talk, I'll give you a kind of an opportunity to, what's the height in the office closet? So they're all just the 8 foot, the ceiling height, 8 foot tall. Or are you thinking of the under stair storage maybe? Yes, okay. I'm not entirely sure on that one. It doesn't show on my plans. Let's rewind and look back at it a little bit and see if we can get a good feel for. Let's go back even further. So gosh, I want to say almost like 4.5 feet, maybe 4.5. I could get an exact answer from somebody who was on the job, but I don't have access to that right now. Maybe not 4.5, maybe 4. Good question. We're gonna stay logged on here and give you a couple minutes to get some questions added. But I want to say, if you like this house, if you're looking at our plans and you're thinking, this is almost what I want, but I'd rather have this room added or this exterior door added so my dogs can come straight out of the side yard. Our plans are all modifiable. So call your local office, get set up with a homeownership counselor. It's never too early to kind of start getting an idea of how the process works, get a feel for your budget based on what you want to spend, and then just utilize your local office. Definitely get connected with that homeownership counselor and use them. We did the Liberty. The only difference is upstairs master. Is that correct? Yes. So Liberty is the exact same plan minus that dual master suite over the garage. I love the Liberty plan. Jake, do you have anything you want to add? So do we. Great.
I don't think so. I think just for people that are interested in pricing, pricing's all up to date in your area online. So that's a good place to start. And then reaching out to an HOC, a home ownership counselor, is a good place to start for pricing and stuff like that. But
Or
this is a good,
construction loan questions.
yeah. And this is a good example of some of the standard features in here. It looks really well, but it looks good. And you can always add and upgrade and do granite and quartz and get as fancy as you want, but the standard features are nice.
I'm going to put Jake right in the hot seat because he was a realtor in Oregon before he came to work for Adair. So if you have any land questions or land hunting questions,
Absolutely.
throw them in the chat. Final price of this house with upgrades was right about $325. And so that is, again, that's in the Crestwell, Oregon office, and it's about a year old. I actually love the upgrades that they did. They were very precise. They knew exactly what they wanted to spend. So they were very careful with the upgrades and where they put their money. So really, they did some big structural stuff. They maximized on the views towards the lake. And then they went pretty standard for interior picks as far as aesthetics. And they did a great job designing. It's a beautiful house.
And if you guys are looking at floor plans and there's some things that you don't like or you want to change or you want to add, we're pretty good at being able to change things and keep you out of that custom home path, which will save you some money. So if you find a plan that we can work with, we can make quite a few changes to get you exactly what you want to do.
Square footage. So with their addition, let's just pull up there. So we've got 1872 downstairs and 1557 upstairs. Let's go back to our video.
As far as purchasing land with multiple buyers, it's more of a lender question, and building multiple houses on one property is a zoning thing. So depending on the jurisdiction, that's going to be your limitation for what you can build on that property. If there's 10 acres and it's zoned R5, you can build one residential property for every 5 acres, which means you could build 2 homes on the property if it's 10 acres. So it's a jurisdictional question. And as far as multiple buyers, that's on the lending side, they just want to, see credit scores, that they're not so concerned as how many people, but what the credit is, what the cash is, how much cash you're bringing to the table, things like that. So definitely a question for a lender. And we can always put you in touch with somebody if you need.
We had a question, just can the house be turned sideways? Yes, you'd want to work out kind of the exact schematics of what you're looking to do with your local office, but yeah, there's absolutely tweaks that can be made to make it better suit the land. Of course, all of our plans can be flip-flopped. So if the garage works better on the right, not the left, that's an easy enough change. If you need to make the garage a side entry, that's easy enough. And then if you just full on need to move the front entry, easy enough. Again, we'll just have to come up with a good way to make that happen. What city is a home located in? What is the extra cost for travel if the land is not in Crestwell? I don't know if this is true for all branches, but here in Crestwell, we add a mileage fee for any builds outside 30 miles of our office here in Crestwell. And that is calculated. I don't know the exact formula. We can always tell you just based on if you give us the exact mileage you're looking for and the size of the house you're looking for, we can tell you what your mileage fee would be. This house is built in Fall Creek, so there was no mileage charge added to this. And actually 30 miles gets you a lot further than you would think.
And also if you guys are building on the coast, there's no mileage fee out there. They have that built into the price already. So it wouldn't be mileage from the Crestwell office. Right.
Crestwell is a huge territory. So yeah, we have our Coos County pricing and then our Mid-Willamette pricing. All right, well, we've got something in the chat. Oh, okay. And that one we've already answered. So we want to thank you all for your participation. Thanks for joining us. Great questions. Thanks for adding your questions. And then just another, utilize your local Adair office, call, get set up with a homeownership counselor, and then just pick their brains, get a feel for the program. It's never too early. You don't need to have the land. You don't need to have the funding. Just call and see if it works for you and get an idea of what you're looking at for the whole program. So thanks again for joining us. Jake, thanks so much for co-hosting.
Yeah, thank you.
And we will see you all at the next one.